simple. The reason why you're not seeing progress is because you're not eating right. I'm gonna share with you guys kind of like the one thing that made my fat loss journey go from 0 to 10 very quickly, very easily, and very effortlessly. A lot of you, including myself in the past, is putting in a lot of work trying to do 10 different things to see results. You're trying the one trend you see on TikTok for like a week, and then you fall off, and then you find another trend. You try that. You're downing apple cider vinegar in the morning, doing an hour on the Stairmaster, and it just still is not the most effective way to get you to your goals, especially if your goal is either body recomposition or if your goal is to slim down, which a lot of women right now is like trying to do that, especially in their winter arc era. So I just want to share something that's really like actionable. You can do this immediately after you watch this video, and it truly is the one thing that seems exhausting, but definitely is like the habit that still sticks with me. Even though I started my fat loss journey years ago, I still do this, and it still makes all the difference when you have like those periods of inconsistency, even if you're not in the gym. And it's not about finding the perfect workout. It's not about finding the perfect diet and just trying to have everything so perfect and do a million and one things. It's just about starting somewhere, and somewhere that's going to lead you to where you want to be. So let's get into the video. The one thing that is going to happen in your workout journey, your gym journey, whatever it is eventually you're going to hit a plateau. Even as a beginner, when I was really being consistent, and I'm talking about going to the gym 5 days a week, eating what I was supposed to eat, I hit a plateau, and it was the most frustrating thing ever because I could not figure out. The scale stopped moving, and I was just so freaking mad at myself because I'm like, why am I stuck? It feels like you're stuck and you're putting in so much work and nothing is working at the same time. Like, you're putting in all this work, but it's working against you kind of, because you're not making the progress that you were making before. And if that's the point that you're at, make sure you pay attention, because it's just a small little change that you have to make to start back seeing progress again. My body got so used to the workouts that I was doing and so used to the way that I was eating that just became the new normal for me. Like, once you start working out, even people that get like a new job, my mom, she just got like another job, and it involves a lot of heavy lifting. So when you start doing that and you're doing it for weeks in at a time, yes, in the beginning you are gonna probably see some improvements in the way that your clothes are fitting, and you are gonna start dropping weight, but eventually your body is gonna become used to the amount of physical activity you're doing in a day, and you're gonna have to do something different. So let's say you've been at that job for about 4 to 6 weeks and you've been lifting heavy things. Your body now becomes used to that way, like that active lifestyle, and maybe you have to add in like a 30-minute walk, or maybe you have to get rid of like one of your snacks if your goal is to be in a calorie deficit. That's kind of what you're gonna have to do, because your body gets used to it, and that's when you hit that plateau. So once you reach that point, this is the fix that you're going to have to make to get back on track and start seeing that progress. It's not about making quick fixes. We're not about just getting on here and trying super crazy, unrealistic things. It's about progress is going to be sustainable and going to actually last you. So before you roll your eyes and smack your teeth and get annoyed, the one habit that allowed me to continue to always make sure that I'm constantly making progress in the gym, and my effort and my work is not going unnoticed, and I'm not doing it for no reason to where I'm not actually seeing the results, is, drum roll please, meal prepping. And don't click off the video. Please don't. Stick with me, because I promise you, this is like, I will forever live by meal prepping. And I'm not telling you that you have to go into your kitchen and meal prep breakfast, lunch, dinner, and your 2 snacks. That's not what I'm telling you have to do. You do not have to go into the kitchen and just start meal prepping for 5 days straight. That's not even what, like, you don't even have to start like that. I don't even do that. I don't meal prep 5 meals or 3 meals and 2 snacks Monday through Friday. And I'm years in. At least start with the ones that you struggle with the most. For me, I love to cook breakfast, so breakfast is not where I struggle. And even if I do miss breakfast, I always have like a backup. You could quickly boil some eggs. You can quickly put some bacon in the air fryer, and then you can also do like a really quick protein shake. So for me, I'm not going to do breakfast. My struggle area when it comes to eating my food, which a lot of people, the reason why you're not seeing progress is because you're not eating right. Either you're eating too much, or you're not eating enough, or you're just not even eating the foods that you're supposed to be. You're still getting takeout every single day. And I am going to forever preach on this because it's the food. It is the food. The food is on my end. At least 98% of it. That's when you're going to start seeing progress. That's when you're going to be like, oh, these jeans is fitting different. So like I said, you don't have to go into the gym trying to meal prep 5 meals for 5 days. That is insane. That is ridiculous. And you must have a super huge fridge to be able to do that. Like, I'm not doing that. For me, I would say start off with 3 days. Choose 2 meals from the day, or 1 meal and 1 snack. Especially for my really, really, really small girls who struggle with getting their meals in. You need to be meal prepping, and you need to discipline yourself to eat the food that you're meal prepping. So for me, that struggle area will definitely be dinner. Once I get off work, I am not gonna lie, I don't want to do anything. I want to drive home in silence. I have such long days, waking up at 4:30 and getting off super late. That is a very, very, very long day for me. And it's like, I don't even have the energy or the capacity to force myself to eat food. And yes, I do, but like, I don't want to do that. And especially if I have to go into the kitchen and cook. I just did that yesterday and it wasn't that bad, but at the same time, it's like, it could all be so much simpler if you just meal prep your food. Which this Sunday I did not meal prep my food, so I will be doing it after I get off of this video. But you really do see a difference, especially in how just like effortless things start to happen for you when you meal prep your food. It becomes so much easier, and it's not another thing that you have to worry about or think about. It's something that just makes it so much easier to stay consistent and stay on track, because if you have that one healthy habit that you're able to just lock in, the other ones will easily fall into place. Like, I remember I read or seen a TikTok somewhere where they say going to the gym is not what's going to get you there. It's the eating, but going to the gym is going to allow you to build that healthy habit of identifying with a healthy person who, after you go to the gym, you're most likely not going to go out and get fried chicken after, because you just had this one healthy habit and healthy action that you want to follow it up with another healthy action. And then you just start to like build onto that, and you have just a bunch of healthy habits that you're doing day in and day out. So please just choose one part, or at least 2, to get started with for 3 days. I don't like to meal prep for 5 days because the food gets yucky. I don't want to eat it. The avocado turns brown. It just is not appealing to me. And I always say this in my videos, I'm not eating healthy, dry, unseasoned food just because it's healthy and dry and unseasoned. I'm not doing it. I still want to have at least a little bit of pleasure with my food. Like, I'm not going for it. So I need it to still be fresh. I want it to be good. I want it to be something that I look forward to, something that I can romanticize. I don't want to go back to old freaking brown guac with my chicken, dried chicken. I don't want to do that. So I always do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Wednesday I'll do Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday I don't meal prep. Usually I'll cook on those days. So it's very, very simple. It's not as hard as we make it seem. If you want to go crazy and do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, by all means, do that. But it's way easier and way more simple if you start off with just 1 or 2 meals, like a lunch and a dinner. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I will add you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add so many ideas for you guys at the end of this video. And then if you want to go even deeper and get more, get my meal guide. It's not expensive. And there's so many different new meals that you can try. Once you find at least 3 that you like, keep those in your rotation and keep those in your meal plan. Right now, I am obsessed with scallop pasta. So I'm going to keep that in my meal plan. So I'll have a salad, a protein shake for breakfast, a salad for lunch, and then I'll have my scallop pasta for dinner. And scallops have so much protein in them. The macros are chef's kiss. The macros are so good in scallops, and I love that. At first, I was not a big fan of scallops, but now that I've learned how to cook them, I really like them. And you don't have to get rid of the foods that you like. You just have to find a way to switch around the ingredients to make it fit for what you're trying. That is one of the things that I learned. Like, you have to kind of finesse the system a little bit when it comes to eating healthy and meal prepping. Trying to meal prep dry chicken breast, rice, and broccoli as a beginner when you and your body is used to having Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and all this other fast, really good, tasty, unhealthy food, it's going to be super difficult to make that switch. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I'm saying if you are really, really obsessed with Chick-fil-A or whatever it is, and you really like their chicken sandwiches and fries, you can definitely cook that at home, switch up the ingredients, and still fit that into your meal plan and make it sustainable and healthy for you. Like, I'm not telling you to go and meal prep just a bunch of dry, nasty food. I'm telling you that what worked for me was meal prepping, and this is the one habit that has stuck with me, and I always see results. Even if you keep falling off the bandwagon, if you continue to meal prep and just having those healthy meals that you can fall back on, you won't fall so far away from this like healthy version of you who has built up these habits when you are going through like that little cycle that we all go through. When you have like that meal prepping at least under your belt, at least you have that one thing. Because for a lot of people, getting to the gym is super difficult, especially if you have a crazy schedule. It can be difficult to make sure that you're hitting your workouts every day, and if you constantly miss your workouts, it is going to be a little bit hard for you to stay consistent with your eating. But I feel like if you are consistently eating healthy and you make it a priority to maintain that standard of like you eat healthy food, you eat home cooked foods, and it's easier when you meal prep, it's going to be easier to get back into the gym after. Because for me, when I go to the gym, let's say I have a really good 4:30 workout, and then towards the end I don't meal prep and I end up getting Chick-fil-A on the way home from work. When I go to the gym the next day, I don't feel like putting everything in to that workout, as sad as it seems, because of what I just ate the next day. It kind of feels like a waste of energy, a waste of time, and you get really, really, really down on yourself, which is not a good thing. But let's say that night I went home and I had my meal prep the next morning, I just feel more motivated, more energized, and more like on go and ready to have a super good workout. I hope that makes sense, and I hope what I'm saying doesn't sound like unrealistic or like a super like bunch of nonsense. But now I'm gonna insert a bunch of easy ideas that you can start meal prepping, and I'm gonna also insert the grocery list for you to actually go out and get it. Some of my favorites, some that you may like on your own. Try them, find 2 to 3 that you really, really like, and make sure you stay on top of meal prepping at least for 3 days and at least 2 out of 4 of your meals, or however much you eat in a day. Trust me, if you watched the intro, this is what has allowed me to really, really, really see progress, especially in that waist. A lot of my girls want to slim their waist so bad and really lose fat in their midsection. You have to stay on top of your diet. It's no, even unless you're just like insanely genetically blessed and you can eat whatever you want and still have a slim waist and you can still see your abs. Kudos to those. But even those, I notice you're only eating once a day. And when you are eating once a day, you're barely finishing your food. You just have no appetite. But even if you are one of those genetically blessed people where you can eat whatever you want, the rest of us, unfortunately, you have to stay on top of your diet and make sure you're doing what you need to do to meet your goals and to get you to where you want to be. And yes, meal prepping can take some time, but honestly, for the most part, meal prepping should only take about maybe an hour or 2 out of your day, out of your Sunday. That's an hour or 2 from you scrolling on social media. It's really not that hard. Put the phone down and then you'll have more time. Really. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all of the lovely, easy, actionable meal preps that you can close this camera, phone, computer, whatever you're watching this on, and actually go start meal prepping. Even if it is Thursday, meal prep for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. If you're watching this on a Wednesday, meal prep for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Do it now. Stop waiting until next Sunday. Don't wait until next week. You can literally start implementing these things now, so that you can start seeing progress and building up those healthy habits before the year comes. You don't want it to be new year, new me. I'm about to start juicing. I'm about to start meal prepping. We seen how that went. We already know how that story goes. Do something different this time. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.